Broadcasting from Slough. Streaming around the world.
This is Mark Denholm on Atom Radio.
Atom Radio. Oh, yeah. Playing the music you want to hear.
The podcast.
AtomRadio.co.uk.
Hello, welcome to episode 173 of the Best Bits of the Atom Radio Breakfast Show podcast. And this is Mark Denholm from the Atom Radio Breakfast Show. Because it wouldn't really work any other way, would it? But here we are on a Saturday morning, or at least it is when this comes out. And hopefully you've had a good week this week as well. Looking forward to a brand new week as well. But first you get the weekend to enjoy, which is all good. And it's not really a fair deal, but it's the only one we've got. 2 versus 5. Doesn't really work for me, if I'm honest. On the way today, the best use of a mobility scooter. A pointless word invented for one reason and one reason only. A new annoyance which will grab you daily on social media, although I've already muted it just in case. An absolute rip-off in terms of petrol. The effects possibly of drinking too much too early, and also the definition of irony. All that and more, the best bits from this week's breakfast show on Atom Radio, up and coming in this week's podcast.
AtomRadio.co.uk.
6:23, Mark Denholm at breakfast on Atom Radio, streaming from Slough, banging out the anthems. Morning to a very cool dad. His son is fire engine obsessed. He built him a fire engine for just 320 quid based on an old mobility scooter. It features sirens, flashing lights, a horn and an air horn, steering control, and it can go at up to 8 miles per hour. Wow. Fastest a mobility scooter's ever moved.
Mark Denholm on Atom Radio. Atom Radio.
How loud are you? Given that today is National Be Heard Day, how loud are you? If you were to produce a sound louder than 1100 decibels, you would create a black hole and destroy the entire galaxy. Not even I, and I am loud, proud and standing out from the crowd, I don't think I could reach 1100 decibels. So your Monday, in that respect, is safe from me creating a black hole.
Mark Denholm on Atom Radio.
Controversy. Longest word, I said 45 letters long. In the English dictionary, alright, I did say that has been revealed as said longest word in the English dictionary. When you look at it though here, according to dictionary.com, it's the longest word in the English language, but it says here, an invented long word said to mean a lung disease caused by inhaling very fine ash and sand dust. An invented long word, so yes, it is the longest word in the English language, but it's been made up specifically just to be that.
Yeah!
Mark Denholm.
AtomRadio.co.uk.
6:14 morning then, Mark Denholm on Atom Radio, banging out the anthems on a Tuesday morning. You know Wordle, the game where you have to guess the word, and there's a new one every day. You know that one. I've never played it, but I feel I may as well have done, because it's all over social media. Absolutely everywhere on social media, everyone's sharing it. The good news is on Twitter, I've muted it. Anyway, Wordle has a new brother, which is called Hurdle. Hurdle is Wordle, but instead of words, it's music. Oh no. No. Something else to block on Twitter. How annoying is that?
Mark Denholm on Atom Radio. Atom Radio.
Happy International Women's Day to you if you are of the female persuasion even. Research by Sushi Daily found that youngsters may be killing off traditional foods. Pork pies, don't like them. Kedgeree, never heard of it. And black pudding are all at risk of dying out because young people have never tried them. I'm not young and I've never tried them either.
Yeah!
Mark Denholm.
AtomRadio.co.uk.
It is Mark Denholm Breakfast on Atom Radio, online, on mobile and on smart speaker, banging out the anthems. If you're a fan at lunch of a Greggs sausage roll, well, inflation's taking a toll and your Greggs sausage roll is about to cost more than £1 for the first time ever. Greggs are blaming it on Russia and Ukraine supplying a third of the world's wheat exports, and this is going to cause a knock-on effect to the bakery giant. Their profits can't suffer, therefore your pocket must suffer. and your sausage roll is going to cost you more than £1.
Mark Denham on Atom Radio.
Petrol nears £2 a litre now. Now, I don't want to give away my age here, but when I started driving, petrol wasn't even £2 a gallon. And here we are now, 2022, 9th of March, and petrol heads towards £2 a litre. Walk.
Mark Denham.
AtomRadio.co.uk.
Streaming from Slough, this is Atom Radio. It's Mark Denham at breakfast. Loud, proud and standing out from the crowd. Congratulations to the Spice Girls. This day, 1997, they made pop history by becoming the first ever group to top the charts with every one of their first 4 singles. Hashtag girl power. Imagine how viral that would have gone if we'd had Twitter back in the 90s. Hashtag girl power.
Mark Denham on Atom Radio. Atom Radio.
Spanish quiz show forced to apologise after asking contestants how much a gram of Coke costs. Not a can of Coke, a gram of Coke. Not really what you would call prime-time entertainment in any way whatsoever. Do you know how much... No, I don't.
Mark Denham.
AtomRadio.co.uk.
6:14, morning. Mark Denham at breakfast on Atom Radio. UFO hunters think aliens could save the Earth from a nuclear Armageddon. It's 6:14 in the morning. How much have they been drinking to come up with a prophecy like that on a Friday morning? What nonsense are they talking?
Mark Denham on Atom Radio.
I do not ever remember this in the news, but it's tickled me now. This day, 2014, dozens of firefighters were called out to deal with a blaze at a fire station. The retained fire crew at the Downham Market fire station in Norfolk could do absolutely nothing because their own fire engine was caught up in the blaze that had started in their own building. Wow. I don't remember that at the time, if I'm entirely honest.
Mark Denham on Atom Radio. Atom Radio.
Thing which we miss most from our childhood, the fact that we don't have to pay bills and that we are free of financial worry and responsibility. I'm asking you today, which bill is it that you hate paying more than any other? And I did mention when I first started this, the one that I hate is tax. Now, it's not that it's not that I mind paying my fair share, because I genuinely don't, right? I don't mind paying my fair share. It goes towards the NHS and education and police and stuff like that, right? Don't mind that in any way whatsoever. It does bug me a bit when MPs get a massive pay rise, though, for no deserved reason. But the thing that bugs me about it is the fact that I get my money, being self-employed, I get all of my money, and then I get to keep it until the 31st of January when I have to pay it, and that's the thing I hate. But Greg comes at this from a different angle, and Greg says, the thing I hate is paying tax to pay tax. And what Greg actually means in that is that when you get your wages at the end of the month, you find that your wages have already been taxed. You then go out and you spend money, and that's taxed, because you're then paying VAT and fuel duty and stuff like that. Should you happen to own anything which makes you a profit, you've bought it with money that you've already paid tax on, and then you have to pay capital gains tax on it. And should anybody die, well, you are inheriting money that they've earned and paid income tax on, stuff that they bought and paid value-added tax on, and yet that has to have inheritance tax taken off of it. It's tax on top of tax on top of tax, and therefore I hate paying tax. I get what you're saying, Greg.
AtomRadio.co.uk.
Right, bills, tax, as Greg said. Now, I am someone that's self-employed, therefore I get all my money. I send an invoice and I get all of my money, and then I have to pay it over, which is quite painful, whereas if you are employed, then you never actually get the tax chunk of it. So, therefore, you're not actually losing anything that you had, because you don't actually ever get it, whereas I have to pay it over self-employed. But then the real kicker, in terms of tax, and I thought about this, Greg, after your email, I thought about this. If you got furlough, or indeed if you are self-employed and you got the self-employment support scheme, the money that you got, furlough or self-employed support scheme, you had to pay tax on, right? But it's your money that you've already paid tax on. That's where it came from. So money that you earned and got taxed on, you then got given back and taxed on it again. That is an absolute rip-off in terms of tax. I just thought I'd mention that. You know what? I don't mind paying what's due. But yeah, furlough and the self-employed support scheme, your money that you were taxed on given back to be taxed on again.
Atom Radio. Playing the music you want to hear.
Right, put the tax stuff to bed and we'll do it all again next week, Monday to Friday on atomradio.co.uk, TuneIn Radio Box, Streamer, iTunes Radio and Smart Speaker, 6 until 10. See you then.
Atom Radio.